Welcome, everybody. Welcome to This is COVID and Cancer series. For those of you who know me, I'm Rachel Justice, and this is our ongoing series on how to bring interesting, relevant content to cancer patients and survivors during the pandemic. One thing that I certainly have struggled with is snacking, especially the days I work from home. My kitchen is way too close to me. I go in and grab whatever's easy and fast and not necessarily healthy. So we have recruited 3 junior volunteers. One of them might look very familiar because it's my daughter, and the one in the middle for those who don't know. But these are, they're kind of all my kids. And they actually have started their own charity that works with the cancer population. But I am going to turn the virtual mic over to the 3 of them. They're going to introduce themselves. They're going to introduce Club Care, and they are going to run this session. And I just want to say, not just as a proud mama, but they have been working so hard on this. And when I kind of joke and say that my kitchen looks like a test kitchen, I have samples, there are ingredients, there are, setups. So they've really, really been working hard to bring you content that is interesting and helpful. And as an added bonus, it is going to be offered in kind of English and Spanish because one of the volunteers, as you will hear, is bilingual. So hopefully we'll have some Spanish speakers. Okay, I am turning it over to the 3 of you.
Okay, so before we start, we just wanted to do introductions. So I'm Emma, so it's my mom, sure, you just heard. So I founded Club Care. We're gonna explain a little bit more about that, but I founded it when I was in 6th grade. So I was 12 years old, and right now I go to Beacon High School, which is in Hell's Kitchen. And the reason I started this is because my father was diagnosed with glioblastoma, and unfortunately he passed away around 2 years ago. So we started this organization just so we could help people who are in a situation that we once were. And it's just really amazing, and we love doing it. So, hi, I'm Calliope. So I co-founded Club Care with Emma, and now I go to Lab High School in Chelsea. And I was inspired to create Club Care because my dad also passed away from cancer when I was 5, and that's why I was influenced, and I just want to carry on like his legacy and help people that also have cancer.
I go to school with Emma. My name's Roberto, by the way, and I joined earlier this year. I was really inspired by Emma and Calliope's initiative, and now I'm a part of it, and I'm really happy to be.
Oh. Yeah. All right, so okay, so we started Club Care in 2019 when me and Emma were in 6th grade. Since then, we've done a lot of projects working with the oncology community, and our work specifically is with children with cancer, and it allows us to connect with the community and help other people in the situation that we once had to overcome. And our main goal is to involve our community in our cause and educate them and teach them how to make a difference and give back to the world. And our fundraising is made completely through independent projects organized by us with the help of our volunteers. Yeah, we love involving our community, we love involving our friends, and we're just so happy that we're able to have this platform so we can do everything with it and we can make a difference. So now we're going to get to the fun stuff.
Yeah. And for everyone who speaks Spanish, I'm going to be translating everything and anything, just to let you guys know.
So we're going to get to the recipes. So, okay, so we're going to be teaching you about easy snacks that you can make that don't take a lot of time, and all of them are high in protein, nutrition, and they all taste good. So, yeah. Yeah, so the stress is high in protein, they taste good, they're super easy to make, majority of the ingredients people have at home, pretty household ingredients, so easy to make, good for snacks, good for breakfast, it's good for whatever you want them for. So we're going to be doing 3 recipes today. We're going to be doing energy balls, egg bites, and then smoothies. So for all of them, we're going to demonstrate for the process, talk you guys through the ingredients and the instructions, and show you how you guys can make them too. So we can share these recipes with anybody who wants, or feel free to screenshot it if you want. And then there's also going to be a recording that you guys can watch and see the ingredients and all of the recipes. So So the first one we're gonna do is the energy balls. So these are like bite-sized snacks that have a lot of nutrition, and they're just easy to do like on the go and whenever you want to like munch on something that's nutritious.
Fruitful and healthy.
Yeah. Right. So we're gonna talk you through the ingredients and then when we're actually making it. I'm gonna talk you guys through the ingredients and we're actually gonna make it. We're gonna stop screen sharing so you guys can see us during the process. So we're sort of gonna talk you guys through what we're gonna do and then we will demonstrate the process. Yeah, so I'll read off all the ingredients. So if you guys want to write it down or screenshot or whatever, like you can have it. So for this, you're gonna need old-fashioned oats, shredded coconut, peanut butter, a lot of peanut butter. It's sort of like the glue in this recipe. It's kind of essential. Semi-sweet chocolate chips, honey, again, sort of the glue in this ingredient. Vanilla extract, and then if you want chia seeds. And with this recipe, with actually all these recipes, the thing about them is like they're very customizable, so you can use any ingredients you have at home, or you can do different variations of the ingredients, so you can add whatever you want in this. I know there's tons of different variations with sort of the same type of recipe, same sort of protein, so interpret these how you will.
Yeah. Ok, bueno, para todo el mundo que habla español, te voy a decir todo lo que necesitas en español. Para los ingredientes vas a necesitar avenas, un poco de coco, también mucho peanut butter y chiquitos pedazos de chocolates como, sí, ya va, let me show you. Chiquitos pedazos de chocolate de aquí que puedes encontrar en todas las farmacias. También un poco de miel, bueno, mucho miel, la verdad, y extracto de vainilla y chia seeds también.
Yeah, okay. So first thing you're gonna do is put them all in one bowl and stir all the ingredients together in a big bowl until it's thoroughly combined. So, and then you're gonna chill. So cover the mixing bowl with anything that you have, and it's gonna put it in the refrigerator for 1 to 2 hours or until the mixture is chilled, so whatever to like your liking. And then you can roll them into balls like about 1 inch, but it's however you want, and then serve, enjoying them immediately so they're still cold and fresh. And then you can keep them, refrigerate them in a sealed container for up to a week or freeze them up to 3 months. So these are like pretty bite sized. They're really good for on the go. I know we make these at my house sometimes. My brother loves them as a dessert or just with his lunch. He loves them. He's a very big fan. They're really high in protein. They're healthy, but they also taste amazing. The chocolate chips are a big factor in that. So it definitely helps. But all right, so do you want to finish and then we can
Ok, bueno, ahora sabes todo lo que necesitas. Vas a agarrar todo y lo vas a mezclar como en un bol muy grande y después lo quieres poner en la nevera por como 1 hora o 2 horas. Sí. Y después lo vas a como roll en unas pelotas chiquititas como de 3 centímetros y después ahí están listas. You just serve them y va a ser una cosa muy rica.
All right, so we are gonna turn off the screen sharing and we can show you guys how to make them. Okay, so the first thing that you're gonna do is there's a lot of ingredients with this. The kind of good thing about that is like there's no specific measurement. So however much of the ingredients you have, that's sort of what you can use. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna use oats. So you sort of just put them in a bowl however much you want. We're gonna make a kind of small batch today, so you don't really need that much. This is how much I'm gonna be using. And then what I like to do is I like to put in all these dry ingredients first, because then when you add the peanut butter and you add the honey, it sort of works. So for this, I'm gonna use chia seeds. You can sort of put in whatever chia seeds or definitely something that's optional, as long as you sort of have the basis, the oats, the peanut butter, the honey. You're pretty much good on that scale. And then also in this, I'm gonna use coconut flakes. That's also another add-in that you can use. I like the way it tastes with them. They're kind of crunchy, but whatever you want to add in with that works. So I'm gonna put in a little bit of that, and then chocolate chips. So
a lot of the proportions are like to preference. Basically, if you like something more than the other, you can just kind of add it in. There's nothing to like.
Yeah. So we like a lot of chocolate chips, so we're gonna put a lot of chocolate chips in there. But basically the thing with this recipe is you can adjust it however you like. So the main thing that you're going to need adjustments for is specifically with the peanut butter and the honey, just because that's kind of the glue in this ingredient. So I'm also going to put in a little bit of vanilla extract,
Like a splash.
like a little splash of it just for flavor, because peanut butter and the honey is really what makes it stick together. So you're going to want to put a little bit more of that in. So for the honey, you kind of want a lot. So I like to, you want to skip the peanut butter? All right, so.
And also, like, I think, like, kind of the base of this ingredient is the oats. You want to, like, really
proportion that out.
Yeah.
So have, if you want to have most of any ingredient,
But
it
if you
would be
like,
the oats.
yeah, if you like chocolate chips more, coconut flakes more, you kind of can just choose to do that.
Yeah, specifically with the peanut butter too, that's like a very big thing just because for our proportions, way more peanut butter. We want a lot of peanut butter. That's the glue that's sort of going to get together. So right now, if you guys can see, this is kind of what it looks like. You have the oats in the bottom. Maybe we can add a little bit more oats. But what we're going to do is everybody's going to have these recipes. We're doing a lot of peanut butter. So you can try these, but it's pretty simple. All right, so what you want to do is you want to mix it. You want to mix it?
Yeah.
All right, so what we did for this is we did a little bit of prep. So we have all of the recipes already made and sort of their final steps. So this is what it looks like after it's all mixed, after it's frozen. So now from this process, what you can do is you can roll them into the balls and you can eat them pretty much right after they're done. So for a lot of this stuff, just so we save all the time with the cooking and the baking, we have them pretty much ready. So for these, this one's a little bit hands-on, but what you're gonna do is you're just gonna take, we're gonna do it with our hands. Just make sure you wash your hands first. So these are a little bit messy, but ready? So you take, I will show you. So this is after it's been frozen. You take sort of, sorry, we're just figuring out everything. I would say around this much, and you can roll them into a ball, however you want. So this is sort of what it's going to look like, and put them into your container. So the good thing about it is, however much you want, you can make, and then you can put them in it. So this is kind of what the mixture looks like afterwards. But this is really great because there's not any specific measurements, and then you can just make it however you'd like, and then you could freeze it, and it's great. You can freeze them; they stay good for a pretty long time, and super easy, super simple. It takes basically no time, and it's great.
Que bueno, lo que dijo Emma, basically, es que lo que es importante es que tienes que agarrarte mucho miel, porque el miel es como lo que agarra todo y lo pone, eso es porque la miel es como, lo deja que lo puedas hacer una bola, pero la verdad que si quieres poner chocolate, el coco, es lo que te gusta. Y para que esté un poco más sano, una cosa que puedes hacer es comprarte el peanut butter, que puede ser orgánico. Eso es una cosa interesante que puedes hacer. Y así es más sano.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna move on to the next recipe, and we're just doing a little bit of transitioning in the middle, bunch of different ingredients we need to adjust for. So what we're going to be doing right now is we're going to be making egg bites. So I don't know if you guys are familiar. They have them at a lot of they have them in Starbucks or at a lot of different places. They're little bite size, almost like omelets or frittatas. They're great for mornings. I have them sometimes for breakfast because I'm on the go. I wake up really early for school. You just make them. Pretty short prep time. You make them, you can freeze them however you want, and they're pretty great. So we're gonna show you guys how to make them. But all right, so you guys want to go?
Okay, yeah. So I'll do the ingredients. So the ingredients you're gonna need for these is cooking spray for the sheet, and then this is more specific. So if you want to copy down the exact measurements, so you need 8 large eggs, 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese, 1/3 cup half and half or whole milk, whatever you prefer, 1/4 a teaspoon of salt, a dash of black pepper, 2/3 cup of diced tomatoes, 1/2 cup of coarsely chopped packed baby spinach, 1/3 cup of thinly sliced peppers, or whatever vegetables you want. It's just whatever you prefer.
Bueno, ahora en español vas a necesitar 8 huevos grandes, 1 taza de de queso cheddar, una tercera taza de leche whole, half and half, no importa, una cuarta taza, taza de sopa de sal, necesitas el pimiento negro, vas a necesitar 2/3 copas de tomates, un medio taza de espinaca y después también otros pimientos, pero la verdad que puedes usar todo lo que quieras, como con los vegetables, pues es para ti lo que tú quieras. La verdad que no hay nada específico que necesitas.
All right, so to try one, really good. Okay, we're sampling our creations. Okay, so do you want to explain the ingredients while we do it? So what we're gonna do, we're hypothetically preheating the oven. What we did again, we preheated it. So we already did the oven, so we have sort of the final product so everybody can see it. But first step thing, preheat the oven 350. Add all your ingredients. Yeah. Okay. So first, what we're gonna do is so for this, the reason they sort of get their shape is you're gonna use a muffin tin. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna spray our muffin tin with cooking oil. I'm using olive oil with cooking spray. You can use pretty much whatever you want. And then you're gonna spray. You want to get the sides because, as I said, I sort of sampled these and it actually they're pretty hard to take out. So I would say you want to pretty much cover it just to make sure that it, they come out as easy as possible. So here's the after result, what it's gonna look like. All right, so now we can get to our ingredients. So you're gonna want to use a big bowl. There's kind of a large amount of this. Okay, so what you're gonna do is, so for this, there's a bunch of eggs in this ingredient. Again, if it's on your recipe, you can sort of customize it to the measurements that you want. So pretty straightforward. So for this, we're gonna use 8 eggs. I'm gonna pass the Shelly. You wanna do that? 8 eggs. So this might take a little while we're cracking.
Lo que hizo Emma con esto es que le puso un spray de cocina que lo va a hacer muy fácil para que puedas sacar los egg bites después que lo cocina. Porque sin el spray, la verdad que se pega y es muy difícil sacarlo.
All right, so egg cracking is kind of a process here, but I don't know. Has anyone ever tried these before? I feel like with the energy bites too. I mean, I feel like.
Oh.
All right, sorry, we're just going. Okay, so we have 5 down. It's kind of a process. All right, 6, and then so for the next step, what we're gonna do is there is a bunch of ingredients for this one, and you sort of mix it together. The thing that's really great about this recipe is the prep is super easy. You sort of just mix everything together in a big bowl, and then you can pour it into your muffin tin, and then you just bake them. So it's pretty easy. So the next thing that we're gonna do is we are going to use, hands are a little eggy. So yeah, sorry, we're still figuring out the egg situation. Okay, the eggs are cracked. Kind of a process. We got there. So while we're waiting, so for the vegetables, what we're using today is we're going to be using tomatoes, peppers. I'm using orange and yellow peppers, and then spinach. So with this, you can use basically any single ingredients you want. That's a really great thing about the vegetables. If you don't like a certain thing, you can put it in. And also something great about this, these are no meat in these, but you could add bacon, or you could add ham, or you could add whatever type of thing you want. Customize it pretty much. So we're going to put in the spinach, the tomatoes, and the peppers all in the bowl. This is what it looks like. The eggs haven't been mixed yet. I'm going to do a little view. And then we are going to, so for this recipe, you need 1/3 cup of whole milk, or you can use half and half. Personally, I like using the whole milk just because it makes the eggs, in my opinion, a little bit fluffier. So for this, you actually only need 1/3 cup. So really not that much.
Lo que acabas de poner, Emma, son todas las verduras, los tomates, la espinaca, que también tú puedes poner más, o si no te gustan las tomates, lo puedes sacar. Y ahora le acaba de poner la leche. Ahora se ve así. Yo creo, no sé si lo puede ver. Sí.
Okay, so again, for this, you're gonna want a fourth a teaspoon of salt. So right here, we're gonna put that in. So having the salt. And then also black pepper. Anybody has pepper you want. I'm going to use like around 3 to 4 grinds of that.
Con el pimiento puedes escoger cuánto quieres. La verdad que si te gusta muy picante, le pones más. Si menos, le pones menos.
And then for this, you are going to use 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. So for this, it actually helps in making it like kind of crispy, and it tastes really, really good with this. I didn't really understand it at first, but I made them. I feel like it really helps it. It tastes really good. So you can just pour that in, mix that all together. All right, and then we're gonna mix them all together. You can use a whisk just because the eggs aren't really beaten yet. And then you guys want to mix? All right.
La cosa buena del queso es que le da la textura muy buena y cuando lo cocinas está más crispy y también es un poco más dulce que todas las verduras. Entonces es muy rico, la verdad.
All right, so we are mixing it. And then once everything is all mixed and you have all of your ingredients in, we can get the muffin pan. You want to get it? Sorry, we're balancing a lot of things right now. All right, so here's the ingredient. Okay, see everything's mixed. So here, hold this. So a little hack that I like to do is just because it makes it easier. I use the measuring cup that I use for Saturday.
At one.
And I pour it into here, and then it actually works perfectly
You're welcome.
for the muffins. We can
Sure,
put
no
them-
problem.
Y sí, Emma está usando esa lata porque es más fácil para ponerlo en esos huecos ahí chiquitos. Entonces sí es una técnica muy buena y mucho más limpia que solo ponerlo de aquí, del bol, al pan.
Yeah, so you want to fill them up like 3/4 of the way. They're gonna, when you bake them, they're gonna get fluffy, but after that, they sort of deflate a little bit. So if you just pour all the ingredients in here, you want to finish.
Cuando lo metes en el hueco ahí no lo quieres poner tanto porque cuando lo estás cocinando se va a creer mucho más grande. Entonces no quieres ponerlo todo en un coso. Ya te mostramos.
Alright. So you're just finishing up the pouring, and then that's all. You sort of have to distribute it. All right. So when that's all done, I will show you guys what it looks
You
like.
don't want to fill it up all the way just because it's going to inflate when it cooks.
Yeah. So after this, you can put them in the oven. I'm gonna dump them off over here, and then what we did is. Here is the final results. We made a little before and after, so this is what they look like. I don't know if you guys can see, but they sort of deflate a little bit. They're really good. Okay, I'll try one. So that's it. You know, if anyone has any questions, put it in the chat. But that one's pretty straightforward. It's really good for morning specifically. If you're on the go for a snack, a lot of protein with the vegetables and the eggs and the cheese. It's really great, super easy to make. You can also make it with mini muffin pan if you want to have them smaller and you want to have more of them. But the measurements are pretty much perfect for a muffin pan, which is why it works out really well.
Y para los que usan el Celsius, en 350, 175 Celsius para lo que cuando lo pones para cocinar.
Okay, so I think we're ready for our next thing. All right. Okay. So for this one, I would say pretty self-explanatory. So for this one, we are going to be making smoothies. So this is amazing. The thing about smoothies, which is just so amazing, is you can use basically any single ingredient you have, any combination of ingredients. There's so many different variations. It's really great for anything after working out, if just for a snack. You can put a lot of protein in it. They taste amazing. It's 100% customizable, which is great.
Yeah, the thing I love about smoothies is that there's so many different varieties that you can make. I'll go through the strawberry banana smoothie just because that's my favorite and that's the one we're making, but I'll talk about the rest after. But the strawberry banana smoothie, the ingredients you're going to need is 1 ripe banana, 1 cup of frozen blueberries, half a cup of almond milk or dairy milk, but you can really do any milk that you prefer. 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder, and then half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then for the chocolate blueberry smoothie, pretty much the same exact ingredients, except for strawberry banana smoothie, it's not on here, but you need strawberries.
Yeah.
Frozen strawberries. And then
I'll
I'll go through the mango smoothie because that one's different. So for the mango smoothie, you're gonna need 3 cups of frozen mango or fresh, whatever you have or is easy access. Half a banana, just at room temperature, broken into like little chunks. Half a cup of water, half a cup of milk or any milk that you want. 5 ice cubes, and then 1 tablespoon of fresh squeezed lemon juice. But we're gonna be going through the strawberry banana smoothie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we made some variations to the instructions, but pretty much the same. Right, so
Do you guys, for the smoothie part, since the recipes are simple, do you want to stop screen sharing so we can see you?
for sure. Sorry. All right.
You can stop screen sharing. Bueno, yo voy a explicar para mi smoothie favorito, que es el de fresa y banana. Vas a necesitar una banana, una taza de moras azules, media taza de leche, una taza sopera de maple syrup, una taza sopera de cocoa powder y después media taza sopera de extracto de vainilla. Ese es mi favorito, pero sí. Y todos los otros, la verdad que es la misma cosa. Con el de chocolate solo le pones un poco de chocolate más y la misma cosa con el mango. Yeah.
All right. So we're going back and forth and sort of trying the creations. Good. This is our, Okay, so what we're going to do, so as prep, we froze strawberries and bananas. The thing about this is you can use completely disgusting bananas and they still taste amazing. It doesn't really matter. So the thing about freezing that, it sort of just gives it a more icy consistency, and that really helps. You sort of have like a little block of strawberries here. With this, we're going to be making it for like about 2 people, but with the servings, you can pretty much do whatever. I'm just using my hands because it's the easiest, but obviously you probably want to be a little bit more hygienic. So I'm going to use about half of a banana and like this much strawberries. Again, this is only for about like 2 cups of it, but you can pretty much use whatever variations you want. So then also for this, there's not really any measurements, just do however you want. All right, so almond milk is next. All right, I'll tell you when to stop. Perfect. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see about this much almond milk. And then we have a bunch of other ingredients. So I know on the recipe it said to use maple syrup, but I like using agave just because it's like kind of thinner. I like the way it tastes better. You can also use honey or any other ingredients. Honey has a lot of health benefits, which is really good. And also cinnamon is a really, really good thing to put in it. Tons of benefits with that, and you barely taste it. And then next thing for peanut butter, I like to put in peanut butter in all of my smoothies, just because I think it makes it taste a lot better. We sort of pulled it out from before. So about this is how much I'm going to use.
Also, if you don't like peanut butter, you can always use almond butter because you're using almond milk, whatever you want.
Here, any other variations of the ingredients that you'd like, they all work. And then I'm going to use Greek yogurt for this. So yeah, you sort of have to mix it up a little bit. But Greek yogurt's really good because there's a lot of protein in it. Sorry, I'm having like some malfunction with the yogurt. All right, so again, I'm gonna use like about a spoon of this. I'm gonna put it in. So we can add a little bit more of this. All right. So also what I like to do is I like to put protein powder in my smoothies. This is whey protein. This is just one type that I use. There's tons of other types. We have chocolate protein powder too, that's really good. It sort of gives your smoothies flavor and also has a lot of benefits in it too. So this is really great. Specifically with this one, you literally do not taste it at all. And it adds a lot. So because I'm not making that much, I'm going to use about half of one of these scoops and put it in. It's really great. I love putting these in all my smoothies. You barely taste it. And then actually, just because there's a little bit more ingredients, I'm going to add a little bit more almond milk. All right. And then what you can do is you can always adjust your ingredients after you're done making them. So for this recipe, I'm using a NutriBullet. It's really easy. And then you can use any blender, all right, the same. And then, all right, so we are going to mix it. Cover your ears if you don't want, but this is, hold on, being a little weird. Help me.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. There you go.
Bueno, lo que hizo Emma, porque a ella le gusta, le puso un poco de yogurt, mantequilla de mina, pero la verdad que es lo que tú quieres. Si no te gusta esta mantequilla de mina o no te gusta el yogur, no lo tienes que poner. Pero también lo que estaba diciendo con la leche, si cuánto leche pones, depende de si quieres como un poco más duro, un poco más como de la consistency que quieres de tu smoothie. Sí.
Yeah. All right, so here are smoothies when they're done. You guys want them? Okay, it's done. So it's pretty much simple. What you can do, any other ingredients, some combos that I really like using pineapple and mango. It's sort of like tropical. I like using blueberries in it a lot, especially when they're frozen. Just tastes really good, and you can use any variations of smoothies. So basically all of these recipes, they have all very simple variations. You could sort of customize it however you want. We can send out the slideshow. So what you can do is you can find the recipe or you can make any changes that you want, but they're really great. So, all right, you just see the chat. All right, so we will be sending it out, and there is a link for the slides that we can send out right now. But other than that, okay, I don't know if you guys want to.
Yeah. Muchas gracias a todo el mundo. Fue muy divertido y me hace muy feliz también practicar mi español, pero mostrarte a todo el mundo unos meriendas muy ricas y sanas. Y perdón por mi español, que también me tengo que recordar un poco.